On this episode of the Leo Clamaco podcast, we're going to be talking to Danielle Jeter, PR master. She breaks down exactly what to do in the PR world and how important that is for any influencer or CEO out there trying to get their message and their word out there. And she might drop some gems, hacks on how you can turn your podcast into a media company. Blew my mind. Check it out.
This is the Leo Clamaco podcast.
Welcome to the Leo Clamaco podcast. I'm your host, Leo Clamaco. Today we have a very special guest, Miss Danielle Jeter. How are you?
I'm great.
Thank you so much. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Leo. I'm happy to be here.
It's fantastic. Let's jump right into it. Tell us who you are, what you do, where you come from, what makes you.
Yeah, absolutely. So to kick things off, I am Danielle Jeter, affectionately known as Jeter. I am from Philadelphia. So I was born and raised in Philadelphia.
Fly, Eagles, fly?
Fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. Phillies, Flyers. And so I grew up in Philadelphia in the South Jersey area. And now I reside here in downtown Miami. So at my core, I'm an artist. I'm a creative. And I've been in the creative arts and performing and dancing and theater and production since I was a little girl at 6 years old.
Phenomenal.
And that sparked, my entrepreneurship, my creativity, my leadership, my drive that has allowed me to, really develop into the businesswoman, the serial entrepreneur that I am today. I have 4 older brothers raised by my mother and my father. And also at my core.
So you're the baby.
I'm the baby. I'm the only girl. And also, I am a strong believer in God and a very spiritual woman, very much in prayer and worship and things of that sort.
Phenomenal.
So that is who I am, outside of what I actually do.
So now, what do you do? Let's get into it.
So I am a business coach.
Okay.
I'm also a brand strategist, and I am a speaker. So I coach and help entrepreneurs build 6-figure businesses and also really building a brand that pays. So they're scaling companies, they're building brands, and I coach them in that particular area. As a brand strategist, I offer public relations and media relations services.
Very cool.
For clients who need things done for them.
Okay.
I'm at a high level with my agency. And then I like to speak as well. So just, gracing many stages and many podcasts where I'm talking a lot about entrepreneurship, being mindful in the space of business, and just, really strategies to just create a thriving lifestyle as a business owner.
How'd you get into this?
How I get into which part?
Into your business side.
So how did I get into entrepreneurship is through theater arts. So at a young age, I went from just performing in the theater and, doing.
What was that moment, that spark that you said, you know what? I can't work for anybody. I got to go do my own thing.
I've never worked for anybody.
God bless.
So it was, I don't know if it was a spark or if it was just me naturally going after what I knew was destined for me.
Got it.
So my entire career, my livelihood, what I built has been from me being an entrepreneur.
Phenomenal. What would you say is your favorite part of what you do for your clients?
I love when I'm able to, with my coaching clients, get them to those aha moments where I'm like uncovering a truth for them, where we're pulling out their greatness and being able to put a strategy behind where they've had a stuck point. And I love the fact that when they execute and implement on the strategy, that they'll get the result. That is awesome. Another great, pleasure is when we get those media stories done for clients. They're like, yeah, like they're in Travel Noir, or they're in, the Forbes, or they're able to go into the news and get ABC6. That is always a great moment. And that's the result that they're looking for.
How did you grow that side? So you're basically a PR company also.
Yeah, I started out as a PR company, and the brand coaching, the business coaching is fairly new.
Got it. So talk to me about this PR. How does that work? How'd you get into that?
I got into that. That company is 15 years old.
Wow.
So it started out as event production. I was just doing event planning services, and I was in the promotions department, like interning at the radio station back home.
Got it.
At Radio One, and people began to call me for marketing services, and they wanted to work with journalists, and I was
Right.
like, I don't offer that as a service. But when I was,
But I should.
I was requested, of that like more than one time, and I was like, maybe I'm onto something. So I added on a suite of PR services, and I began to figure it out through mentorship, through coaching, through hiring people in my business to build out that department for me. And it just took off from there, and it became our flagship service. So now I don't even offer event planning. I just do the media side and the PR side for the clients.
Very nice. So talk to us a little bit about you. Tell us about what you do, what you like to do for fun. Open up and give us a bit of an insight into Danielle's world.
So if you follow me on Instagram at DP Jeter, you will see that I love to travel. So I'm always going to new countries and new cities. I'm a foodie as well, so I love fine dining. I love wine.
What's your favorite food?
I love seafood.
Okay.
I like fish. I like scallops. I like shrimp. I like crab legs. So I'm very much into seafood.
What is the favorite country that you've been to?
I just went to Thailand.
Ooh.
So beautiful. It was like a dream trip. It was amazing to be on the continent of Asia for the first time, and I'm definitely going to head back to Thailand and all the neighboring countries as well. That was amazing.
I've been to Bali. I was there a couple of years ago, and I feel the same way. I was so happy to be on the Asian side of the country, of the world, and really discovering that new culture. It's very, very, very cool.
Yeah, it was amazing. I enjoyed it a lot, and I didn't know what to expect, but it definitely exceeded whatever I thought.
For sure. I was seeing on your social media that you just had an event recently. How did that go?
So yeah, I host masterminds, and those are quarterly events that I do where I'm able to work one-on-one.
Is that live and virtual or just live?
So I do 4 live, and then the other are online. So we are virtually meeting up once a month, every third Tuesday of the month. We have our what I call Startup Society. So that is my entrepreneurship community, where people can subscribe and they can coach with me on a monthly basis. But 4 times out of the year, I set up these multi-day events where we are able to do, roundtable discussions and learning and strategy, lunch and learns and chat and choose and things like that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So based on your experience, what would you say is like maybe number 1 or number 2 issues that your clients are dealing with? Is there like a commonality between their problems and what you're having to guide them through?
Yeah. One of the common problems that I see is businesses do not market themselves enough. They do not tell their stories and put themselves out there in such a busy online environment. And so
a lot of noise out there.
Yeah, you have to be consistent with it, and you have to
create your own lane, right?
Those channels.
Yeah.
Use social media channels, use YouTube. Make sure that you are also doing things on Google and things like that. You're just not marketing your services enough, and letting people know that you have something to offer, that you have promotions, that you have offers, that you have services and products for sale. That's a big one right there.
Okay. So what do you do to help them?
So I help them with marketing strategies. I help them put together a marketing plan, the tactics, and then we also talk about their offers, so teaching them how to put together promotions and offers around key times of year or whenever they feel like they need to boost their sales and want to get more users or eyes onto their products. And then I help you also communicate your value proposition so that you can position yourself for podcast interviews, so that you can do any sort of media interview or get a digital write-up about your business, which will help you to create accountability and credibility and also notoriety about your business. So not necessarily accountability, that's the coach,
right? But
for you, you will increase your credibility.
So the way that you help them market, is it to get them leads? Is that part of it?
That's part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's part of it.
And do you guys do like online ads or speaking, or are you more?
I do not personally do ads. I mostly am teaching organic marketing.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you're teaching more networking, more speak to sell, one to many,
and then just utilizing the online space, maximizing that. Because yeah, you can throw money into an ad, but if you're not even maximizing what you have, now you're just throwing money at a problem that you're not even actively trying to solve.
Right.
You know.
What would you say are a few key things that anybody can do to maximize their IG or their Facebook?
So every single post that you put up on Instagram, anybody who engages that post with them making comments or liking, go behind that post and DM everybody and start to have a conversation to uncover, you know, who they are, some of their goals, some of their problems, and see if you have a product or service that can solve a problem for them and help them get to their end goal. You should have daily conversations in your DMs. It goes down in the DMs. Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying to reach out to every single person that likes or comments on any post that you put on. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good nugget.
And so at that point, if they express interest, they're like, yes, then you can take that conversation offline and interest them into booking a call with you. So a lot of the sales that I do, a lot of the deals that I do, I am doing those through sales calls.
Okay.
So you get them on a 20-minute call, you begin to uncover a little more, and you make an offer. Ask for their business.
Fantastic. Where are you? Are you in Miami?
Yeah, I'm right downtown Miami.
How's that Miami living?
I love Miami.
How does that differ from Jersey and Philly?
So I'm closer to the beach now. I'm like 15 minutes from the beach versus like when I was in South Jersey or Philly, I was like maybe 35 minutes to an hour from a beach. So also
where, Jersey Shore?
Yeah, the Jersey Shore. The Jersey Shore is pretty cool. Like I have no issues with the Jersey Shore. There's a lot of cool beaches that don't get like enough like clout, or they don't talk about them enough. But there's some cool beaches and some good food.
Yeah,
in South
Jersey. That boardwalk's cool.
Yeah, I love the boardwalk effect. But I also love that we have one season in Florida, which is South Florida, which is, you know, we're hot all year round. Yes, we deal with some rain and deal with some storms, but I just love that it's sunny and warm all year, and I can wear skirts and sandals and tank tops all year round.
On average, we get about 221 days of sunshine, which is pretty damn good.
It's amazing. I didn't know that statistic. That's a good one.
That's a good one, right?
That's a good one. Absolutely.
When did you move? During COVID?
I moved. Yeah, I did actually.
Me too.
So it was like right before. You moved from where?
New York.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm from Queens originally.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know all about the East Coast life.
I do.
East Coast life is a little different from here being in South Florida. But
there's so many of us down here.
It is. Yeah.
It's really like a 6-borough.
Yeah, right.
New York.
That's cool. So I got here during COVID, but when the news of COVID hit, I was on the ground because at that season, I was servicing clients, PR clients in the market. So I was traveling between the two markets for some extended time.
Which two markets?
Between Philly and here.
Got it. Okay, so you were already working here but living there. Mm-hmm. Got it.
And so we had just did like Super Bowl activations. And
what is that?
You know, Super Bowl happened.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the activations are all the events and the experiences that happen that
around it. Got it.
Yeah, so I did a bunch of Super Bowl activations and different events for the clients.
Wait, let's break that down. How did you get into that?
That's
PR. Very cool.
It's all PR.
Okay, all through PR. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so it leads through the PR conversations, and this is another just great way for the client to gain exposure and credibility for their work.
Paint me a picture. What'd you do for this client?
So this was a wine company.
Okay.
And so essentially they had the opportunity to sponsor bottles of their wine at a event with Rick Ross and Trina.
Got it.
And so I was able to get their wine bottles on the bar next to Bel Air.
Wow.
So they were able to do photo ops and video opportunities with this client. They were able to co-brand the event with these celebrities. And so that boosted their credibility.
That must have skyrocketed their sales.
Yeah.
Hope you got a cut out of that.
You know, I got my consulting fees, you know. But yeah, like you said, it was a really big opportunity for this.
It's huge.
For this, you know, small business, women-owned wine company to now, you know, have some visibility next to,
Very
you know,
cool.
one of the big moguls in the industry. So that's an example.
Were you at the party?
I was there.
How'd it go?
It was nice. It
Yeah.
was nice. They had a red carpet. We took photos. A lot of great people. A lot of great food. A lot of interesting celebrities, and it was nice. It's always great when a lot of those events come to town.
That's great networking.
Yeah. So it's so many cons and I'm sorry. There's so many pros that come out of those situations
For sure.
for clients who are willing to invest in their marketing, and that is what is going to drive your sales.
I just feel like Miami is the new place to be. It used to be New York for a very long time.
Or maybe even LA, right?
Even LA, but now it's just Miami.
Miami's it. I'm like,
Everything's happening in Miami right now.
Yep.
Like the energy is just vibrant.
Atlanta's kind of happening too, but it's
A
different.
little bit. Yeah.
It's different though.
Yeah.
Miami is a very international city. It's very diverse, versus Atlanta, which is, a lot of Black business and very huge population of African Americans. So it's a huge difference.
Yeah, it really is. So talk to me about where you want to take this. Where do you want to go with your coaching, with your PR? What's your big vision?
I love that. So I plan to really blow up and expand on a global level. I have had opportunities to do business in different countries. I've been to Ghana with a client. I've been to Turkey with a client, advising clients in Jamaica. But me being able to...
That's amazing. Congrats.
Thank you. Me being able to do, some mergers or acquisitions with the PR business to get it, bigger, and us to be able to have, more capacity, more manpower, to embody more clients and to expand that, even, looking at some other great, franchise deals and things like that. So I'm very big picture with the PR business, because it's the service model, the retainer service-based model is a very good business model.
Okay.
And I was able to grow that brand from $0 at 19 years old and scaled it to 6 figures.
Good for you.
No experience, no team, no money, just was like, I have resources, I have creativity, I can make this happen. And I love that, so I want to be able to take that and continue to grow it. In regards to my coaching, I want to help 1,000 women-owned and Black-owned businesses scale to 6 figures and beyond. I want to see, businesses go from small to medium to big size businesses. And I want that to be a part of my legacy, while I'm also helping them to increase their visibility and have more positive news about the work that Black people are doing.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
How big is your team?
So right now, it fluctuates. It could be anywhere from 3 to 7 people, just depending upon the project. But I do run a very lean, close machine. We do a lot of outsourcing. We do a lot of virtual assistants. And we do a lot of project-based consultants. That's another great thing about having a PR business. You don't necessarily always need full-time staff. So you can keep your labor at cost.
1099.
And still, do amazing work and create amazing results, which people nowadays, they don't even want to work. They don't want to work for you full time. They don't want full-time work.
They want their freedom, right?
They
The
want their
flexibility.
freedom. Yeah. So they, if they can get great projects where they can be best used and exchange that for some dollars and everybody's happy, So I love that about, being an agency.
So let's say that I wanted to work with you on the PR side. Break that down. How does that work?
So we go into a discovery call, which I begin to learn more about who you are and what your goals are for your business, some of the things that you've tried, and we just kind of discover. And then if I believe that it's a good fit, or if we believe that it's a good fit and what I provide and what I offer could be something that will take you to your next level, then I, introduce you to a public relations retainer. Most public relations firms offer retainers 6 months to a year.
Okay.
So this is a very committed long-term relationship. We are looking for people who are going to be fully invested in their marketing and see the longevity of the value of the services. I also best work with those who have a marketing plan. If you don't have a marketing plan and you go for PR first, you're doing it in
backwards.
The reverse, and you don't personally understand what you actually fully need. You're just trying to be exposed, but again, like I said, if you're not maximizing,
what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, if you're not maximizing your marketing first, then PR is not going to solve your problem. And you must have a budget. You must have a budget for PR, or marketing in general. And I always advise clients to set aside 10% to 30% of their profit. You start on a low end as you're small, and as you, gain traction, you add more to that budget, but you create a different bank account where you are funneling the profits into a marketing budget. So when you call different marketers, because there's a vast amount of services that go into marketing and PR, now you have a budget. You can say, hey, marketer, I have $10,000 to work with for this initial goal. Great. Now you are setting yourself up for success. So those are, the tips that I have for people who are looking to take their marketing and PR to another level.
Would you say that that's the baseline, 10 grand?
I would say that is based off of your profits.
Okay.
Right? So if you're making $5,000 a month and you put aside $50, that's 10%, then, you might go to Fiverr.com.
Right.
Right? But I would certainly say that average PR services for a retainer will typically start anywhere at $3,000 and up for a quality publicist to work on your team.
Right.
And then in regards to just traditional marketing services, I would say $1,000 could get you at a starting point for some services, maybe SEO services or a funnel. You might need a funnel created or a lead magnet, things of that sort.
So for that retainer, what does one get for that?
So
what does that come with? How many articles? How many this? How many that?
So I would say for me in particular, because everyone's retainer is going to look differently.
Right.
So we're focused in on strictly getting you articles and media placements done. So it could range, but you're going to get at least 1 or 2 articles every single month. You're also going to get strategy calls and direction. So although we're not executing in other areas of your marketing, we come in as strategists to help you with your lead magnets, to help you with your copy, your social media, best practices on how to utilize SEO services and other things that you might need as well. Most clients need a lot of strategy. They need hand-holding. They need a lot of support.
Yeah.
More
done for you.
So we write up the press releases. We do media training. We do talking points. We do press kits and we do newswire services. We are communicating with them on behalf of journalists, where if there's great opportunities for partnerships that we see, we're introducing those relationships to them. So we're constantly bringing them resources that will enhance their brand.
You spoke about a marketing plan. Do you guys provide that? Is that a service? Is that a service that you do?
I coach on marketing plans inside of my mastermind community. So that is more of a group coaching environment, and we provide templates for you, but it is do it yourself.
Okay. That could be a service that you could provide.
Yeah, but
it's too complicated when you provide too many services. Like, what am I doing?
Right, yeah. I love being able to empower them at that level. And, they could take the resources. And again, when you're starting out and you're trying to make a profit, I would just say, keep it as close to home as possible so you're not throwing all this money at problems, because it's not going to make you feel good. You're going to be like, I'm not getting the results. Well, because you're new and you still have work to do. So just go to Fiverr.com. Get somebody to do a marketing plan for you for $50, or take my tutorial and then go ahead and do it yourself. It adds so much more to you as an entrepreneur and business owner to learn. Because
you're the one doing it,
You need to learn every component of your business before you begin to just start hiring people and throwing money at it. Because
it's true.
You're going to be questioning what you're doing and if this person is providing value for you, because you don't know. You don't know.
Very, very true.
Mm-hmm.
Do all these articles, does that lead to a Google profile?
It does, yes. And I'm glad you brought that up, because it certainly increases your SEO.
For sure.
And your searchability on Google. Like, it's amazing with that.
It makes you look cool.
It makes you look extremely great. Yeah.
It's so search necessary. Your name and you get a photo and a little bio about you and who you are. It's very cool.
It's so credible, and I advise all entrepreneurs and companies to really take the time to build that online profile, because it closes deals for you before you even have to show up at the table.
It's true.
A lot of times work comes to me because people have Googled my name and my business, and they're like, she knows what she's talking about.
Perception of value, way up there.
Way up there.
Yeah.
They're already convinced that I'm an expert because I am, because other people have said
that you are.
She's good.
For sure.
Yep. So it's great to invest in that.
Nobody sells for you better than your clients.
Yep.
For sure. That's great. No, I actually need one. I need to get my Google panel going.
Okay. So we can do some
we're
articles.
definitely going to have to talk for sure.
That's amazing. Yay. This was a great 45-minute trip.
About how many articles does it take for Google to pick you up?
You need to get a full page.
Got it.
So what is that? 10?
Okay.
10, 12 articles?
I have one currently.
The podcast pops up too.
Oh, for sure.
So you doing this is great. And you interviewing other people like me on there is great as well. It's going to pop up.
It links it up, right?
Yep.
That algorithm.
They pop up. Yep. Absolutely. And you're an author?
I am. My book's coming out in a month.
You're a new author?
New author.
Okay.
Brand new, yeah.
But you have ebooks or something else?
I am building a digital ebook currently as we speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have some marketing materials. I guess that's what I was getting at. Yeah.
For sure.
So you can use
sure.
your book. Your book is going to be a great way for you to get on other stages, and you'll be able to send out a press release about it and do a publicity campaign around. First of all, authors, I give it to y'all. That's a great marketing asset to have, because when you say author, people are like, yeah, I want to talk to the author. You know, people really want to interview and talk to authors, and they put it in your title, and it's just great.
Let me know. I can get you
a copy of the book.
I can get you in the book.
You gonna get me in the book?
I can make you an author.
Make me an author. I'm a co-author.
Yeah, you'd be a co-author. Yeah.
Okay.
And the book will eventually become an Amazon bestseller, and you get a plaque from Amazon saying that you're an Amazon best-selling author.
Okay. It's an entrepreneurship and business book.
It is.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Sounds like great for me too.
We'll definitely get that. Yeah, no, seriously.
All right, yeah.
It's this whole thing where it's actually very, very cool, okay? So you do a 30-minute podcast interview about you, your life, and how you became who you are today. And that interview becomes a chapter in your book.
Okay, understood. So is this the interview, or will we do
No, it'll be a different one.
It'll be a different
somebody
interview.
else. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it could be this one, but it'll be it's more properly structured. It's a guy named Mike Saunders, and he'll ask you 10 questions.
Mm-hmm.
And those 10 questions will get what he wants out of you to be put into the book.
That's so smart. I love this creativity we have, right? This innovation.
Yeah. So I'm going to be in a book with 9 co-authors.
Okay.
And we each get a chapter in the book. And then once it becomes the bestseller, we're all best-selling authors.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Which is very cool.
So with each author, the cover of the book, is it switched out for you to be on the cover?
100%.
Okay.
So there is a generic cover, and then you can pay a fee and get a copy of the book with your face on it.
Okay, I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Yeah.
Got you.
And then you can put that on stage behind you.
And say, I'm
a best-selling author of my new upcoming book, A Drive to Success.
See, you need these small moments like this. I mean, not saying that it's a small moment, but you need these building blocks to help boost your confidence.
I agree.
And to empower you on this journey, because, you know, so it could be daunting to say, hey, I'm going to write a book, and then you're a first-time author and be like, I don't even know where to start. What is this book going to even be about?
Right.
Where do I even start?
And most people don't even read the book. You know, just seeing you on the cover gives you that perception of value that you need, that they're going to think that you're credible and trustworthy.
So I need a book by October 4th. Is this coming out by then?
No. But I can introduce you to somebody else who can get you a book made by October.
Okay, because I am speaking on a stage in North Miami.
Okay.
It's the Know Me Business Summit, and they're giving me a table, and I need to have my table decked out like how yours was. Like I need, you know. And
I can help you with that.
Yeah, I want to, you know,
100%.
have some giveaways and some material on my table, because it's a 3-day event, and they're giving me a table for 3 days, so I want to maximize that.
Let's definitely talk. I can help you with the branding, and I can help you get that book by October.
Okay.
Yeah, seriously.
We got some good work to do
here,
Leo.
100%.
We just made a deal on the podcast.
Look at that.
We made like 3 deals so far.
It's fantastic. I knew the moment that we met that we had to do this podcast. Mm-hmm. We just clicked right away.
Yeah, we did.
The frequency was right there.
It was. See, the power of podcasting, it goes beyond us being able to create a piece of content, but it's a great networking opportunity as well.
For sure.
It's a great way to just, you know, test out your material, get out the house, and connect with like-minded people, because the podcast that you go on will tend to be a like-minded space because you have some shared interests.
For sure.
You know, maybe you're in the same industry or you are targeting the same clientele. And it's always a win-win. It's always a win-win. So I encourage all of you, make sure you get on some podcasts.
Yep.
And if you need help with podcasting and anything in this PR space, you could always send me a DM, and you're going to DM me the word podcast. And
we're going to put a link to your IG down below.
I know exactly how to help you when you see this.
So I just read somewhere that in 2023, it takes between 16 to 20 contacts before someone buys something from you. 10 years ago, it was between 7 and 12.
Right.
Now it's 16 to 20. So this goes to your point. The more you're out there, the more people see your face in a magazine, in a podcast, in a book, on IG. Those are all different target points, touch points, exactly, that they're seeing you, learning to trust you, getting comfortable with you, to eventually give you money and pull out their wallet.
Exactly. And what Grant Cardone says, you know, our honorable mentor, Uncle G, he calls it omnipresence.
Yes.
So making sure that you're showing up in all of the spaces, every single social media outlet, you're in blogs, you're in podcasts, you're doing media interviews, you're sending out your emails.
Yes.
You're doing text message marketing. All of these channels.
Direct mail, whatever. Let's get it.
People are wrapping their cars, you know. You have to get the word out and have that omnipresence. One channel is not enough.
No, it's not.
You know, you can start on one channel. I advise you to start on one, get comfortable, get consistent.
Let's start somewhere.
Start somewhere.
But grow.
But build.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Expand, fly, you know?
Definitely.
To be honest with you, I never thought in my life that I'd be doing a podcast.
And then what happened?
You know, I flipped the switch and I realized that I need more exposure.
Okay.
And that I need to connect more. I need to meet new people. I need to be in a new place where people can see me, get to know me, and trust me in a new format. So let's get it. Let's go for it, you know?
I'm glad that you found out that realization and you took action, because I know that this is not easy.
It's not.
It takes a whole team.
It does.
Many team members.
It takes time, takes money, takes dedication.
Yep.
You have to want it.
Yeah, so I applaud you on that.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I appreciate it. You know? And we'll grow from here.
Yep.
You know, I think that's the beauty of it, right? Because once you start, you gain momentum, you know? And I feel like every single podcast that we've done, it's gotten better and better and better. You know, a little tweak here, a little tweak there, better lighting, better this, better camera, better microphone, you know, better thumbnail, you know, just perfecting it a little bit more every single time.
Yeah.
You know, people think that like you got to come out the gate with it ready and build them. No, it's not how this works.
Right.
You're gonna mess up, you know, but that's the beauty of it. You learn from it and you grow and you develop.
So I have 2 gems for podcasters.
Let's hear it.
From, you know, the veteran publicist that I am. So the first one is, as a podcaster who has their own channel, you're essentially building a media company. This is the starting point of a media company.
I agree.
You can even incubate other shows within your brand and have different, you know, influencers and different tastemakers and other voices a part of it. But as a media company, you're able to go to industry events, huge events, and request media passes.
Really?
And get free access to the
Hold
events.
up. I did not know that.
Yep.
That is a gem.
A gem.
So just by having a podcast and owning a YouTube channel, you can call yourself a media company and get a media pass.
Yes.
Write that one down.
Yes.
That is a nugget.
So, for example, InvestFest just happened in Miami. They have a publicist who works behind the scenes of building their production. They had 20 million people come from all over the world to this event. They had a link on their website to request media passes or a media request. You fill out the form and you have to share your intent on how you are going to provide exposure and coverage for their event.
Got it.
So you could say, I'm going to do camera interviews on the red carpet for all the women in business, or all of the investors at your event.
You're giving me so many ideas right now.
So now you get access, where you would have had to pay VIP $1,800 to go to this event. Now you're going as media. You get 2 passes, you and your videographer, you and your assistant, whoever needs to be there to capture the content. You make sure that you get on site, you get the content, you produce the content, you put it out.
That's
and now,
genius.
And you can go around the country with building with access. And the great thing about this is it gives you VIP status access. So now you're just not in general admission. You're backstage. You're behind the scenes. You're rubbing shoulders with decision makers. You're connecting with those influencers and those thought leaders who are sitting on the stage as a media person.
Look at that. You just expanded my mind. I had no clue that was possible.
Yep.
That's great.
You ready for the second gym?
I'm ready. After the first one, I'm ready for the second one.
So the second gym is you can also take your setup on site at an event and become a partner. And you could run a podcast stage, or you could run a red carpet or a media room.
Right.
And you're on site and you are giving maybe attendees or different sponsors or different partners or anybody at the event, different speakers, the opportunity to sit, and you're actually producing full-length podcasts or abbreviated versions of your podcast on site. So you can travel with your podcast and just integrate yourself into different people's events and say, hey, I have value. I want to partner with you. I want to bring something special to your event. Give me a quiet room. Let me be the podcast of, your podcast official partner.
Right.
You put your, you come in and you're now a part of those logos and those sponsors and those partners who have produced and put on this event. And now it becomes a part of your portfolio of, hey, my company is a sponsor of this event. We're going to be on site interviewing all small businesses because all small businesses need exposure, and I want to help you.
That's genius. How long have you been doing this?
So I've been in PR and media for 15 years. It has been my entire career.
That's amazing.
And because I've been in entrepreneurship for so long, I've learned so much. I've been through so many varied experiences, which is why I've decided
I can tell you're very knowledgeable.
Thank you. I've decided to expand my offerings and say, hey guys, I'm not just going to talk to you about media and marketing. I'm going to talk to you about how I actually built a business.
Right.
And so now I can be your business coach.
That's fantastic. Wow. Do you know what's funny? Before you gave us those 2 nuggets, that was a question I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you if you can share 1 or 2 nuggets that you can share with us, But that was 2 gems.
Yeah.
Wow.
Podcasters, right now, because the medium is so young and so new, they don't understand their value. You guys don't understand exactly what you're bringing to the table, but us publicists know.
So you know what? Break that down. What is the value?
You are a media company, right? You are running content and creating shows and episodes every single day. You can sell ad space on your show. This show is brought to you by Blue Light Limousine. And Blue Light Limousine has sponsored your show for 8 weeks at $5,000. Now you've done covered your production costs, some of the labor costs that you have. And now Blue Light is getting evergreen promotion because these episodes, once they go up, they're going to be up.
Forever.
And so Blue Light Limousine is going to continue to get mentions. And as your show grows and more audience members comes to you, and now they also know Blue Light Limousine.
For $5,000.
For $5,000. Charge whatever, but I think the object of the game is to just get started. And so you can test to see your power that people can purchase advertising spots and sponsorship spots within your show. And you have 3 spots, the beginning, the middle, and the end. And then you have the lower thirds where it can scroll their website.
Got you.
It stops in the middle and say, this show is brought to you by Blue Light Limousine. If somebody actually wants their 15-second commercial ran, that's another $3,000.
Wow. How big does your podcast have to be for you to start attracting these advertisers?
It doesn't. It just has to show that you're consistent.
Okay.
So you have episodes out. I would say, I have 10 episodes out. Y'all see I'm serious about this. Let's go. And by you partnering with me, you're going to empower me to even create more, tell more stories, do more. And if you need more eyeballs on your show, just go to Fiverr.com and purchase SEO services and have somebody boost your page. So now they're going to bring you subscribers, they're going to bring you comments, and they're going to bring you likes on Fiverr.com for $50.
I love Fiverr. I also use Upwork a lot.
Oh, I haven't used Upwork as much.
Upwork is good.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like Fiverr is more of a quick thing, a quick project.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Upwork is more like a longer project.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Danielle, share with us where we can find you. Your social media, your website, what's your handle?
Sure. So I am on Instagram, extremely active at DP Jeter. That is JETER. And
We'll put a link down below.
check the link below. Hit my Instagram, follow, and the link in bio is going to give you access to all of my coaching programs, my courses, my events, all of my digital products, my ebooks, and ways that we can work together. But what I want you to do when you finish watching this episode on Leo's podcast, I need you to DM me on Instagram the word millions. And I want to connect with you offline. I want to learn about you and your business and what you have going on so that we can take you to six figures and beyond. I'm on LinkedIn at Danielle Page Jeter, Paige. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Danielle Page Jeter. And those are all of the best ways to reach out to me.
Phenomenal. Danielle, this has been fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking your time to come into our podcast.
This was great. I'm so happy we have those deals.
Yes.
This is amazing. So this might not be the last time that, you guys see me.
100%. Definitely not.
But, the next event I have, you can consider bringing with, coming through.
That's already being thought of.
Yeah.
When is your next event?
My next event is probably not going to be till next year.
Okay.
But
That's around the corner.
It is around the corner. But I will be appearing on October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in North Miami at the Nomi Business Summit.
Okay.
And I believe it is a free business summit going on, but I'll be there all 3 days as a speaker, and I'll have my table there as well. So that will be the next event that I'll be appearing at.
If you guys are in North Miami, go see Jeter.
Yep.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
This has been amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Best wishes on everything.
Right back at you.
Thank you.
Wow. So many gems dropped by Danielle. That was phenomenal. Guys, thank you so much for being a part of the podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe. Click on all of her links down below, and we'll see you next time.